The Union Budget is a detailed statement of the government's income and expenditure. The budget tells you how much money the government expects to raise in the financial year ahead and just how it intends to spend that money. The balance between these two determines your macroeconomic stability. So, where does the government earn its revenue from and where does it typically spend it? Direct taxes, like the income tax you pay. Indirect taxes, which is the tax paid on services or goods you buy, a component of your MRP, which, after the biggest indirect tax reform, is now single tax, GST. And then there are other non-tax sources for raising revenue, including disinvestment. Now, a percentage of the receipts is given to the states. So where is the rest of the money spent? It's broadly divided into capital expenditure and revenue expenditure. Capital expenditure is money spent for creation of assets, infrastructure spending, for instance. Money spent to repay loans, thereby reducing liability, is also capital expenditure. Revenue expenditure is recurring expenses, salaries of employees, pension, subsidies like on food, fertilizer and fuel, the interest on loans. Basically, money spent to ensure the normal functioning of government departments and services.
From amongst 3.7 crore individuals who filed tax returns in the year 2015-16, 99 lakhs showed income below the exemption limit of 2.5 lakhs. The number of people showing income more than 50 lakhs in the entire country is only 1.72 lakhs. We contrast this that in the last 5 years, more than 1.25 crore cars have been sold. And the number of Indian citizens who traveled abroad, either for business or tourism, was 2 crores in the year 2015. From all these figures, we can conclude that we are largely a tax non-compliant society.
That was Finance Minister Arun Jaitley in his Budget 2017 speech lamenting the abysmal tax to GDP ratio. Now, the difference between the total revenues of the government, remember the various sources of revenue, and the total expenditure is what is termed as fiscal deficit. In Budget 2017-18, the government had accounted for 5.5 lakh crore fiscal deficit or 3.2% of the GDP, a target it reached within the first 8 months. To address this shortfall, the government planned to raise additional borrowings of 50,000 crore rupees, brought down to 20,000 crore rupees in January this year after a review of its finances. Now, a breach of fiscal discipline hurts India's sovereign ratings and impacts the sentiment of foreign investors. But what also happens when the government resorts to borrowings to make up for this shortfall is that it could increase the interest rates, resulting in what some economists call the crowding out of private investment spending. Now, because this is the last full budget before elections 2019, one expects a please all. But Arun Jaitley would be hamstrung by faltering revenue collections under GST, an increase in the till recently low crude oil prices. Which is why you would have come across headlines that say, this will be a tightrope walk for Arun Jaitley. Populist or reformist? Will it be fiscal prudence or populism?